Friends, patriots, Americans, the truth is finally out there. After years of lies and cover-ups, a new Senate report confirms what we've known all along. COVID-19 came from a lab. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact. The mainstream media and the globalist elites have been lying to us. They've been trying to silence anyone who dared to question the official narrative. The report, released by the Senate Select Committee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, points the finger directly at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. This lab, funded in part by our own government, was conducting dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses. They were playing God, and they unleashed a monster on the world. This is a bombshell revelation, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. The report also exposes a massive cover-up involving some of the biggest names in government and science. This includes Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Fauci, who became the face of the pandemic, has been caught red-handed lying to Congress about the origins of the virus. The American people deserve answers. We deserve to know how this happened and who is responsible. We deserve justice for the millions who have suffered and died. This is not just about a virus. This is about tyranny. This is about control. The Wuhan Institute of Virology is a bioweapons lab masquerading as a research facility. They were conducting gain-of-function research, which involves manipulating viruses to make them more transmissible and deadly. This is incredibly dangerous work, and it should never have been allowed to happen. And guess what? Our own government was funding this research. Dr. Fauci, through the National Institutes of Health, funneled millions of dollars to the Wuhan lab. They called it scientific research, but it was a recipe for disaster. The report also highlights the role of EcoHealth Alliance, a shady organization that funneled U.S. taxpayer money to the Wuhan lab. EcoHealth's president, Peter Daszak, was a close collaborator with the Wuhan lab and a vocal proponent of gain-of-function research. He even went so far as to dismiss the lab leak theory as a conspiracy theory. Talk about a conflict of interest. This is about more than just negligence. This is about criminal culpability. The people responsible for this pandemic need to be held accountable. Dr. Fauci and Peter Daszak are just two of the key players in this massive cover-up. They knew all along that the virus likely came from a lab, but they lied to us. They silenced dissenting voices. They censored anyone who dared to question the official narrative. Why would they do this? To protect themselves, to protect their careers, to protect the globalist agenda. They knew that if the truth came out, it would destroy their carefully crafted narrative. They would be exposed for the frauds that they are. The mainstream media was complicit in this cover-up. They parroted the official line without question. They smeared anyone who dared to dissent as a conspiracy theorist. They are the enemy of the people, and they will be held accountable. This is a fight for our freedom. This is a fight for our future. We will not rest until the truth is exposed and justice is served. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a devastating impact on our country. Millions of people have been infected. Millions have lost their jobs. Our children have been robbed of their education. And for what? For a virus that likely came from a lab funded by our own government. And let's not forget about the lockdowns, the mask mandates, the social distancing guidelines. These measures were not based on science. They were about control. They were about conditioning us to accept a tyrannical new world order. But we will not comply. We will not be silenced. We will fight for our freedom. We will fight for our future. We will hold the guilty parties accountable. The Department of Justice has opened an investigation into the origins of COVID-19. This is a step in the right direction, but we need to do more. We need a full-scale congressional investigation. We need to subpoena witnesses. We need to get to the bottom of this. This is our country. This is our future. We will not let them take it from us.